for niggas who show love back, man. Nigga, you turn around, try to hate on me, nigga.
The motherfuckers, you know, summertime was hot and running down. What's good with these niggas?
Man, all I can say is the money's coming in the mail every month, homie. I'm falling way the fuck back. I got a nice ass, really bad 4 weeks. Y'all hating ass niggas. You feel me? Shit real good, man. I spent games as enhancing. Just taking all type of chances. Want to dance with the boys. Nigga, y'all know y'all can't fuck with me, man. For real, I got love for niggas who show love back, man. Nigga, you turn around and try to hate on me, nigga. Don't hate on the flow, nigga. The flow Confucius, nigga. Y'all niggas are scared. I'm literally not. This new nigga.
Let's get it. Yes, Lord. I'm living. So surviving. Big spans. Let me get on the knowledge. Let's get it. In the city, let's go. Living my God. Let me call it this bitch. Yeah. A long way to get out here. There's a trial here. And I'm winning. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Let's get it. I don't care. I'm living. Hey, you niggas thought I was broken. They say, how did you do it? Nothing but the ambition. Yeah. Let's get it. I'm living. Getting all around the planet. If it's out here, why don't you get it? I'm living. Yes, Lord. I'm living. I just can't take it. I don't want to hear it. About it right now. Talk about it. I don't believe it. I don't believe nothing. I'm just tired.
Baby, get your shit together. It's been a long time since we drank all night. I wanna see that ass move around. Baby, get your shit together. I'm coming right now. Take out your shoes and your favorite perfume. I'm on my way to you. Go get the big and the kids. A little while on the long way. Close your big eyes, girl. I want you. You're still a nasty girl. If I don't tell you, somebody else will. I want you. I hope you know it's still. Baby, get your shit together. We can get it down. It's been a long time since we danced that night. I wanna see that ass on the line. Baby, get your shit together. I'm talking right now.
I never knew it was stronger. My heart is a great big boulder. You flip me like you know it's flip me something like you think it last moments. I can leave it at the drop of a fedora. But damn it, girl, I want you. I hope I never let you go. By far. Yeah, I keep trying to tell you, you can't keep me on the leash. No matter how hard you train me, I'll do what I want in the end. And you can't disagree, but they make it so hard to be faithful. They make it so hard on me. The top of the day, baby, look who's been wearing. I'm just headed up the street, ain't care. And every time I try to mind my own business, she gon' come around and make me so tense. She gon' ask me when I'm gon' get. Oh, can you help me get me out of here? And I wanna keep the peace. It's so hard for me. You keep trying to tell me it's only as hard as you think. No matter what road you're banging, you know who you love in the end. And I can't disagree, but lately I'm trying to be faithful. As long as I'm off the drink, she look like she made.
All right, y'all can see my screen. I'm unmuting everybody because you know, it's a small group. So, you know, if y'all want to unmute. Didn't know I was gonna be doing this one today, so just gonna kind of go off the top of my head right now. So so let's look in what we got, man. This week, hold on. This week looking like it's about to be pretty decent, man. Like the news looking pretty good. Got a couple of red folders. Mute that joint. They got a couple red folders on Monday for Euro. Some JPY. JPY got a holiday. So this gonna carry over from today until tomorrow. They got a bank holiday, so this might make JPY pairs weak versus other pairs. but we'll see. Then you got AUD news on Tuesday, USD, NZD, USD on Wednesday, Thursday, USD, GBP, and then USD again on Friday. So some decent stuff going on. Should push the market. And just confirm with this over here on FX, my FX book. GBP, yep, that's that 330, 315. Euro, JPY. They didn't list the bank holiday over here, so, but we got JPY bank holiday. Apparently, you know, I'm gonna have to really start checking. We gotta really start checking both of these sites, because sometimes, like I noticed yesterday, like that last week when we were trading at EA Trades, it had news on two different news release for two different sites. So like my FX book had one thing, and then Forex Factory had another. So need to probably check them both, man, you know, just to make sure that nothing comes out, sneaks up on us. So just the link to both of those websites. So a couple of other sites I use too, but like these two, the main two, because they kind of short and simple, get everything. So look, like early in the week, we need to look at Euro, USD, Euro. So let's look at Euro pairs. I already got Euro AUD marked up from last time. And, you know, I already sent this one out in the chat group, but yeah, Euro AUD looking like it's going to move again. Based off where it is right now, it's in the middle of this channel right now. So, you know, you got your channel high, you got your channel low, right? That's what this blue line represents. Let me make it a little bigger so we can see. It's a little bigger over here. So you got your channel high, channel low, right? And this, of course, acts as resistance right up here. And this acts as the support. So right now, we kind of in the middle. And then you can see in the middle of this channel, we got a midway point that's holding this channel as well, right? I don't normally take trades off of that, but you can, because it's still another area of support resistance. So you got, you know, you got your channel high, channel low, where you really want to take your trades from, because you can see like they matching up with the zone. And then like right here where current price is matching up with a zone right here. So this zone is that we're near right now, which is here, is definitely going to have a response from. We already got a triple top going right here. We got one touch, two touch, and then this is a third touch. So this should definitely give us some movement. So here's your triple top right here. Triple top right here. And it's all reacting off of this zone. And let me show you this zone on a higher time frame, right? So this is where we are right here, right? And if you look at this, what you're seeing is you got a head and shoulder set up right here, right? You got the head, you got the left shoulder, got the head, and this looked like it might be setting up for the right shoulder move right here. And if we get the right shoulder move, we may have this push up through this zone, from this zone to this zone, and we got that from here, right? We might get this pushing up from that zone to retest this zone and then shoot down, but we don't know. So I marked it up from both perspectives, whether it's a buy or a sell. Like that's where you got to get in the concept of thinking. You always got to think like from both perspectives, you know, who's going to be, you got to think like, am I going to, who's going to take control? You don't really know who's going to take control of the market. You don't know if the buyers are going to push the market up or the sellers are going to push the market down, right? We could have a situation right now where we can have the buyers, the sellers push down from this zone because we already got 1, 2, 3 touches, and it could simply come to this zone this last time and just reject down. But you also got a situation where you can have price push up to up again to retest this channel high and retest this zone. So you don't know. So you got to always see it from both sides, because you want to make sure that you're reacting to what the market is doing and not predicting what the market is going to do, because predicting tells me that because I'm in the middle, I touched this 3 times, that it's going to go up. That's what predicting is. The market, that's me saying the market is going to go up. I'm predicting, I'm making the prediction. However, the market could do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know, the market can do something completely different. You know, the market can just say, I don't want to do anything, and just go sideways and just stay sideways, right? And you could try to get in a trade and it could just be doing like this and never hit your TP, and you just sit and then draw down, you know. So you gotta have your synopsis, basically. You know, you gotta have your you gotta consider every perspective, every aspect, right? So in this case, my logic was that if it broke out of this, and really this is all consolidation, so I could really draw this up a little differently. You know, this is basically all consolidation right here, and I really could just trade the breakout of this, right? So whenever the price comes up and shoots out of this little consolidation area, that's really what I could be trading. But I'm gonna look to try to get in early here. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna look to try to get in a little early, right? So this little small area right here of consolidation, I got it boxed off, right? Got it boxed off already, this little area. And let me take it to let me zoom in a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I boxed in this little area right here. This is really what this is. I just pulled it back, but this is really what I boxed in right here. And this is the most recent low right here, right? For the from the last time it rejected, right? And this is my most recent high from the last time it rejected. So basically what I did with this is I'm gonna look to trade when the price breaks below this low or above this high. Or if I get a lot of volume and I get rejection at the top of this, I'm gonna sell it down from here or sell it down from here. So I got 4 different scenarios where I can take a trade, right? And based off of what the candles do, it's gonna tell me what direction. So like right now, if this continues to push down, I could jump in the sell. I could jump in the sell and then take it down to my final TP, right? And I'm gonna be looking to take it down to here for these 82 pips, right? I'm not getting in right now though. And I'm not getting in right now because I don't usually trade on Sundays. I don't usually trade on Sundays, and I don't trade on Sundays because it's no volume, right? It's not a lot of volume. It's not a lot of people in the market right now. So I just usually just chill out on Sunday, watch and see what it does, you know. And if it breaks out of one of my areas, You know, say for instance, Sunday, it just so happens to break down, you know, or push up out of this little box and this little area of price of market structure. I'll just wait to see where it forms structure again, right? So Sunday, let's say for some reason the price decides that it wants to just go down here. Let me change the color of this, right? So Sunday, while we watching the market right now, let's just say it decides that it want to just shoots down, right? For whatever reason. What we would do is we would wait until we got structure again. So we will be looking for some candles to do like this, you know, another set of candles to do the same thing, right? Look for another set of candles to move within another area of structure, right? And then you would see, you know, you would see the candles just like getting stuck in a particular little area, right? So that's what we gonna look, that's what we would look for again. So we would just change, you know, how we look at this, right? So now price is coming down and is stable within this particular area, right? So in this case, if it does that, we'll be looking for the same situation that we had the last time. If it's gonna sell, we're gonna sell it once it breaks out here. If it's gonna buy, we'll buy it once it breaks out of here, right? And I'll change this one right here. And you know, if it does push down, this gives us a situation where price is reacting to the channel from the higher time frame. Let me zoom out so you can see what I'm talking about. You have price at this point, if it does push down, reacting to this channel, right? This channel low, right? And when it's near this channel low, you want to take your buying opportunities down here, because you see every time it touched this channel low, it bought. You could buy right here. You could buy right here. This came almost down. You could still have bought right here. And now if it's come down to touch this again, we'll look to buy it if it rejects it, right? We need to have long wick or rejection, a wick rejection, a long wick right here. And then if it comes down here, we'll look for the same kind of setup right here that we got right here, and right here. Let me just go ahead and mark this to that account as well. Just didn't completely touch it, but that's same situation though. We got it to basically reject this low, and we'll look to try to buy it again right here. So because again, buy low, sell high, and then we buy low right here and try to sell it to the top of this channel, or at least to the midway point. We sell it, if we, and like, so right now I'm looking for it to break out of this particular area of structure. If it does break out of it, and it for a sale, which we'll know, because more than likely we'll have to end up taking a retest on it. We won't probably be able to get the breakout because it's nothing that's telling us this is a sale yet, right? So let me zoom in one more time. Nothing right now is telling us that we got a sell or a buy right now, because we just kind of hanging near this, within this area of structure. Like it tried to break down, it opened up down here, then it pushed back up into it. So we don't know exactly what it's going to do. So that's again, that's why I don't really trade on Sunday, because it's no liquidity. Nobody in the market at this time. Nobody's there's not enough active traders in the market right now to push this up or down. And that's mainly because on today, Right now, the what market? It's the Sydney session just opened up at 5 p.m. and the Sydney session opened up at 5 p.m. Then following that, you have the Asia session that opened up at 7 p.m. So we're in between the first and second markets open up right now, and there's not enough traders in Australia or within that time zone to move the market any direction. So that's why we got this blue candle, then we got this red candle that's not really telling us much, but um, we should have some movement, later on, that will do, at least give us a idea what's going on. Cause like what we don't have any, we got some news on AUD, on the Aussie dollar, Japanese dollars, Japan's closed. So we won't probably have a lot of traders that are trading during the Tokyo session because it's a bank holiday on in Tokyo session. So this is probably not really a good time to trade anything that's JPY because of that. So it's just gonna chill on JPY. So we'll look to take the breakout, and then I got my TPs. That's what these orange lines are. The orange lines are where I'm gonna look to take profit. So if it sells and it comes down, my first TP I look to take it at the first orange line, which is 62523, right? And then these next ones, and I'm getting these TPs based off of where it's rejected before, right? So the most you basically you want to look to your left, like where's the last time it moved from, or we got a rejection area, right? It moved from here. Last time it moved from here. So that's going to be my first TP. The next wick, or these two wicks, so I put it in between this. That's my next TP. And then the last, this third TP, my last third most recent wick is right here. And then finally we had the breakout from here where the zone is, but I don't want to try to go all the way down to this because I don't know if it'll actually make it all the way down. So I put it just a little above here because it really would be here at this area, this little area of structure, right? Market structure right here, right? This is where you would be trying to trade it to the top of this red box. But we would, if we did get into the sale and it pushed all the way down, we probably just try to get as close as we could to it because we don't know, like I said, if it would break all the way down to that. So we at least can get it close enough to it. If it sells, I mean, that's if it sells, right? If it was to buy, we don't see anything that would give us a TP, right? Because these are all equal lows, equal highs, right? We got an equal high here to this high. We got another equal high to this high and this high. So we have to go to the higher time frame, look at it from a 4-hour perspective, right? The 4-hour candle says these highs, these equal highs, the next high we got is right around here where we got this wick right here. Could have put it right here, but I just chose to kind of place it in between, just kind of in between this. So this was enough to give me 20 points or so. So place it in between there. Then the next one, this is the next high right here, right? Where this wick is. So again, I kind of placed it in between. When you're looking for your TPs, you don't have to be like, spot on, you don't have to be perfect, but you just kind of want to make sure, all right, I'm near a base of structure. Like, all right, we got one touch here, one equal high. I'm sorry, one equal low, another equal low. Then we got a pierce, then we got another equal low. So likely the price will likely move up to somewhere in between here. So this, you can kind of see price, or should at least move up somewhere around here. So that's where I'm getting this take profit right here. And then again, to get the next one, it's the same situation. The price went up, it pierced this level, pierced this, almost touched this, touched this, touched it, almost touched, and we got a pierce. So that's where we get our next take profit from. Then the third one, you see that it's just going through this huge candle, right? But again, look to the left, keep scrolling to the left, right? We're getting this one from here. This one's coming from this little wick over here, this little area right here, right? So you can keep on going back. We got a touch here. That's where our first touch is, right? We got another touch here. We got one that almost touched, one that almost touched, one that pierced it, another one that pierced it. This one broke through. This one pierced it. This one pierced it. And if we keep going to the left and keep dragging this, you see how price is reacting to this little spot right here. So that's how we know we can use all three of these as our take profits, because it struggled at each one of these areas to some extent. You know, it struggled to break through, or struggled to touch that, or it reversed from that point. So that's why I took those as my take profits, right? And so that is for the buy. So like right now, like I said, I'm looking at the situation, whereas it could buy or sell. And if it gives me a candle, when I actually look for my entry, right? I'm looking for my entry. I'm looking for my volume, right? To look like this, or to look like this from here, right? So if I get a candle and it breaks out, it doesn't break out from this area and rejects it, I'll know if I get another set of candles up here that don't push up and out, because my order will probably go just above here, just above this wick, because this is the highest it's gotten recently. So my order to enter into this buy trade will come here. And let me see, make that green, right? So my order to actually buy will come in right here. That means, and I put it there because I need to see it break out of the most recent high to know, because just like it came up here, we thought it was going to break out, it faked out, right? Thought it was going to break out, it faked out. Thought it was going to break out, it faked out, each one of these times. So I'm putting it above the most recent high. So if it breaks out, it's got to break out above this, this, and this for it to be a buy. And then I know that once my order is in and it pushes up, if it tries to come up, it failed. It tried to come up, it failed. Tried to come up, it failed. But it has to break above this in order to get pulled in. And if it does pull me in, that gives me my first, and it gives me my first TP. I'm just gonna move my risk, my stop right above this. So if it pulls me in from there, right, it just starts pushing up, push up, hit me in, then I'm gonna put my risk in profit. So if it comes back down, so if it moves up and then comes back down and it stops me out, I'm still in profit. So, you know, or, you know, I break even, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not losing any money on this trade. It just faked out, came back down, took me out the trade. If it does that and then it just shoots back up, I'm watching it anyway, because I'm just gonna be watching it anyways to see that once I get pulled in. If it does the same thing on the downside, right? Look how this candle broke right here. This candle came from here. If you don't get in here for the sale, you can get in here for the sale, but you don't get in on this candle. You wait for this candle, right? So if it pushed down, all right, we know it's going down, right? We know it's going down from here. So this candle, if it does come back up, we can get in right here when it goes down and then take the rest of it, right? So you would have had TP1 hit, TP2 hit, and then you wouldn't have had to move it in profit or just trail it down because you wouldn't have gotten TP3 right there. But in this case, you got TP3 on this one. You saw it broke through, it faked out, it didn't come back down. You could have got in on this candle, or you could have got in on this candle. Either way, if you get in on this retest, right? So it faked the breakout, right? Here, it came back up, retest this little area of structure, right? And this is what you would have had boxed in right here. You would have had this high and that low, right? Hang on. You would have had this high right here, then this low right here, and you would have been trading whether price broke out from here to the upside or price broke out to the downside, which that's what it did. So you would have been looking to enter your trade right around here for the sell, and you would have saw it broke out, right? Your TP would have still been right here. Your first TP would have still been right here. Second TP maybe have been right here or where it is now. And then the third TP, we wouldn't have had this third TP because we didn't have this candle right here. That's where this third one came from. But we would have likely had it right here on this candle, on this wick right here. So it would have looked a little something like this instead. So you would have been able to get in this trade either on this break or on this retest right here. So if you got in on the retest, on the break, your initial trade would have only went down 11 pips, right? But if you got in on a retest, which you more than likely would have if you hadn't been trading this, well, I take that back because this happened at 10 p.m. This happened at 10 p.m. So, but here is your candle for the re-entry right here, right? So that's really would have been a better entry, but you would have got your first TP right here at 25. Move this stop loss in profit. Then you get your second TP on this candle. Move your stop loss again, probably the TP1, or just in profit, however you want to move it. However you want to do that, that's up to you. You would have got wicked out on this candle right here if you moved it in profit. And the way this candle looked, you would have got wicked out more than likely if you had been traded. But if you had got in on a retest, you still would have got 36 pips on this one. And if you had traded this re-entry right here, you get all three on that from here. And that was 50 pips right there. So it's a couple of ways, like, but you see how you just trade in structure breaks, right? You get a bunch of candles moving in an accumulated area, right? And like that's what that's a term right now. That's a term, a trading term, accumulation. That's when it's a buildup of traders just like buying entry, buying, selling. And once you get a majority of traders in a particular direction that the market wants to go in, the banks, the market makers can drive it into whatever direction. And that's what this looks like right here. You got this accumulation, a bunch of traders accumulating, right? And then once we got this accumulation right here, all this accumulation, we got people trying to buy. You see people trying to buy right here, accumulation. People still trying to buy, accumulation here. And then you get a breakout. So all the people that were trying to buy right here and that bought right here, that stayed in, they got to reap their benefits because the market pushed up 100 points from right there. And that's what's about to happen here. We about to get this area of accumulation, a consolidation. Either term is fit. You're gonna get that area of consolidation, accumulation of price. So if they want to take this down, you're gonna get accumulation of sellers and people buying and selling, and then eventually it'll just shoot down. Or if we're gonna get another move up, we'll get the buyers accumulated in there, which means that at the time when this market moved, this was the imbalance right here. This was the imbalance. This is when the imbalance of the buyers and sellers took place. Like eventually, all this sideways movement, the buyers took over, pushed the market up. That required the sellers to come out of the market. Same thing right here. Same thing right here. The buyers drove the sellers out right here. You got your impulse. Then you got all of your accumulation happening right here. All the accumulation is the sideways action. Oh, hold on, you can't see that. All of the sideways action is the market build up. Building, it's like, think of it like if I shook up a can of soda, right? If I shook up a can of soda, and this is me shaking the can of soda right here. Let me pick up one more color. This is me shaking up the soda right here in this black box. Inside of this black box, I just took the Coca-Cola, the cherry Coke right here, and I'm shaking it up, right? This is me opening it right here. I open the soda right here. And when I opened the soda, I had the can turned up facing me. So all of the fizz and all of the soda shot up, right? It shot up, right? Same thing here. Accumulation. Accumulation right here. Sideways, right? This is me shaking the soda up right here. All of this little bit right here, shaking the soda. And I'm just waiting for somebody to come along and open up the cans. The can was facing them, right? So because the can was facing them, price shot up. You look at the reverse over here, right? Somebody decided to shake the can up over here, right? And because they shook the can up over here, but this time when they shook the can up, they had the can facing down, right? So because they had the can facing down, the market went down, right? So all the buildup from shaking the can came here, right? And once somebody opened the can, they had the can facing down towards the ground, right? And because when they finally opened up the can, when all of the sellers came in, that's what drove this market down right here. And then we got to another point. Somebody figured out we're going to close it. We're going to close the can up. We're going to close the bottle right here is where we want it to be, near this channel low. Near this channel low, we're going to hold it up. We're going to put the lid on it because we near this area of support in this channel, right? And you can see we are near a zone, right? We're near a zone. So that's what these blue lines are. Let me show you again on the higher time frame. That's where these zones came from. This zone right here where price just turns around or reacts to that level. So that's where we are right here at this particular area. And then we near that particular area right here. They put the lid back on the soda can or the soda bottle, and then they shook it up again. They start getting buyers and sellers going back and forth right here, all throughout this little area, right? Buyers and sellers just going up and down within this area, right? And then finally, they push it up. They push it up into another area. They put the lid on it, right? They saw that they can grab some more people to sell right here. Sell, they can grab some more momentum right here. So they close the lid up over here. You can trade in between this, right? You really can trade in between this, but I don't like touching it when it's just going up and down because you don't get the clean move. So you want to wait for these moves right here. You want to wait for this to happen. You're looking to make your money right here because this is where your money is. This right here is just up and down. You're seeing your whole account go from red to blue, red to blue, red to blue, red to blue this whole time because you don't know in this particular circumstance where the market is going to go. So you don't usually want to trade in between this, right? And like I said, you sometimes I will trade in between this. If I get a nice area of up and down action where I can sell from here down to here or buy from here up to here, that'll get me into this move early. Sometimes I will do that if it's clean. But like something like this where it's still near the low, and I wouldn't really trade this because I don't know if I sell from here if it's going to come all the way down, and I don't know if I'm buying from here, is it going to go all the way up? Because if I'm buying right here, there's a chance that this pushes down to this channel structure. So I can't really buy from here, and I can't really sell from here either because I don't know, I don't have a base to sell from, right? Because if I sold from here, if I go back and look at this and I sold from here, then I gotta say, okay, I'm in the middle of something that's been going up. If I take this trade up, I'm in the middle of this, right? So I don't know if I don't know if it's a good idea for me to sell from here. So I just wait, you know, I just wait. And if I do show you from another perspective, like this right now, I don't know if I should buy or sell right now because I haven't had anything clear. This candle right here, just a spinning top, a doji, right? Indecision. This candle, because it's got this long wick on both sides, is an indecision candle telling me I need to just wait. Need to just wait. I don't really have a lot of volume right now. On a 1 hour candle, what is this? 1 hour candle is 986 orders that have been placed, right? Throughout my particular broker, which is Hugo's Way, at this particular hour, right? And of those 960, 80 something orders, 937 orders, which I'm looking over here in this bottom corner for that, right? Of those orders, there has been almost an equivalent or number of buying orders and an equivalent number of selling orders that came in within this hour. In this hour, no volume. What we got? We only had 247 orders that came in on this candle, right? But they all came in on the opening of the market. Somebody traded a break, right? And people trade a break of the market, but you know, you don't know where this is going to go, so especially on Sundays because the spreads are real high. The spreads are really, really high at this time, so that's why I just wait. So that's how I'm looking at EA, right? I'm looking at EA to jump in now. If it sells out, right, I need it to push down one more time, come back up, and then I sell from there. And I probably won't take the breakout, right? If I'll take the breakout for the buy, but I'm gonna look to trade above this green high, right? And I'll be looking to trade it from here to here to here. And if it gets to here, I'm just gonna move my stop in profit and just ride it, because I'm gonna try to take it all the way up to touch the top of this channel again. All right. So that's EA, right? We traded AJ, and let me clear off some of this stuff. Traded AJ. Same situation, right? AJ was a good trade. I didn't take it, but my boy T did. And I think he made some bread on that. But the way we traded EJ was this area. Let me mark this up all the way and take this off from the beginning, right? So this will go off into another little quick, like another lesson, right? So this is how I look for support and resistance, right? And look for supply and demand. Same thing in economics, right? And you think about economics, right? You think about the supply and the demand in economics, right? And let me kind of write some of this stuff down. Supply that. So when you have too many people trying to buy the market, right? Meaning the market is oversaturated, right? We got so many people that are trying to buy something, right? So just like in the housing market or any other kind of market, right? What do? They put stuff on sale, right? They put stuff on sale, right? And that's basically what you're doing, is basically when you have something that's overbought, right? And that's why a lot of people use RSI, because it tells you when stuff is overbought and oversold, right? So that's where the concept of supply and demand comes into place. And when you have something that's overbought, meaning there's too many people that are trying to buy the market, right? You have a situation where basically the market makers put the currency on sale, right? You know, so basically when price gets up to a certain height on the charts, you have a sell-off, a sell. You know, that's what happens when you got this price turning around like this. And let me change this color, right? Because I'm gonna mark this up and leave this, right? Because when you mark it up from the higher time frames, you can pretty much leave this, you know, because this is equivalent to where price has been for a long time. So we got our first supply demand zone right here, right? Then we got another one, right? We have another one, area of where price respects, right? You got another one right here. And I'm gonna show you two ways you can look at this, right? My guy Oren taught us this. You can use the line chart or you can use the candle chart. Once you get used to seeing it on the line chart, you'll understand why I put these lines right here. Because on the line chart, you can see it even clearer, right? Let me change the color of the line chart, right? Dang, why is it all? I wonder how I can default this to a different. Anybody know how to default the line chart to a different color? I think it's done here. Okay, no, I got it. Line graph right here. So we can see it right here, right? So when you're looking at the line chart, right, and you want to know how to find your supply and demand, can anybody kind of tell me, want to come off mute and tell me what they think I'm looking at for supply and demand to determine that with the line chart. Anybody want to jump off mute? Nope. Okay, cool beans. That's all right. So basically, with the line chart, you just simply looking for points. Like every time you see points, right? And you see equal points, right? You just gotta pretty much, this is equal, right? You won't get it perfect, but this pretty much is equal. So if I drew this on the line chart, it would be right here, right? And then you put it on the line chart and you got a point here, points, knives like cutting in the price, right? Same thing over here. Pointy areas, pointy area. Then you got some breaks in between. Now come down here. A point broke through, point, another point. I could have put this a little somewhere else. Another point, right? Then you come to your candle chart and you kind of just line it up from there, right? That's where that come from. That's how the easiest way you can find where your supply and demand zones are, just because you can just see from the line chart how easy it is to just, you know, clearly see the points, you know, where you're getting turned, where the market's turning around, moving around, having trouble breaking through, having trouble breaking under and below. That's where you want to put your supply and demand, right? So I can just keep going. And because I'm used to doing this so much, it's easier for me because I don't even have to use the line chart because I already know, because I've been doing it enough to kind of see where the market's turning at, where the market's moving at, right? And just down from here each time, right? And each one of these supply and demand zones you can trade from, right? It's telling you can trade from, right? And if you're looking at it, right, what happens at the bottom? You buy, right? You could have bought. Imagine you buying, this is a weekly, but so this is a year each one of these sessions. But buying down here means I got all this right here. Or selling from up here, it means I got all this, you know? So that's why it's important, right? So it's important to consider that supply and demand, or support and within supply and demand, and like people get it confused, supply and demand and support and resistance, because it's a similar concept though, you know? But supply and demand are, that's where the market makers, the banks, that's where they trade at. Supply and demand is just, you know, within support, support and resistance is simply where it's where you can see some supply and demand, but it's not so much where the market's trading from, the bankers are trading from, the larger organizations are trading from. So you see support and resistance throughout. That's just the fluctuation of where price is, right? So let me go ahead and finish marking this up. So right now we on the, that was the weekly. We got the weekly. We got the daily. And look, you can see everything's lining up, right? Everything from my the lower my time frames go, everything still lines up. You just see more candles near this area. So if I'm near this particular area, where we at? Price is currently down here, right? It's near a demand zone, right? It's near this demand zone, right? So, and then we actually can mark this off and extend this. Extend these right quick. So that way, we know we don't have to do this again for a while. Can leave this on the charts forever because these are all reacting. Like this stuff is years old. You know what I mean? Like I can go back to the weekly and see that the price is, look at the monthly, right? Price is reacting off of stuff that happened years ago. The last time it was this low, where it is right now. So price is here, where this gray line is, where this green line is. The last time it been here, it was 2011, 2010, still 2010, 2009. Last time it was below this level and held below this level was here throughout this little bit, right? So we know that us being down here where price is right now, it's a very high probability. Hey, look at this candle. Very high probability that this drives back up from here, you know? And if it doesn't, we will be doing something we haven't done since 2009, right here. If it doesn't go back up, this will break below here, and it'll be the first time that this happened since 2009. So we got to really consider this area with AJ, because AJ is near what is this? This 7-year low. It hadn't been, well, I take that back. It was here 2016. So this is the most recent time that it's been this low. It was 2016. So we have to consider this as something of interest, and our opportunity is lining up for a higher probability that it buys back up at some time, right? So we got this, we got our zones set up, right? Then the next thing we want to do is find the direction of the market. We already kind of know where it's been going. You take your highest high most recently, and you got it shifting down, right? And we got a downtrend. That's easily, you can easily see this is a downtrend, right? You got your most recent high, higher low, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? We can even extend this, right? Push it all the way back up here, but I'm gonna just take this one because this is a good one. Low, high, swing low. And because that's back in 2018, so we can keep that in place, right? Then you got some equal highs. That's why I use channels a lot, because if you look at this, you can see you just got this fluctuation of price that's going up and down, up and down. You can just drag this, copy this. There is my channel right there. You got this one area that breaks completely out of that. That's cool. That happened once, right? But look what's happening again now that we're near this area. It's rejecting it, right? So I can confirm, I can use that and confirm that this is a valid channel. You know, this is still valid, even though we had this break out of the channel, this one, and you know, I'll still consider that as a valid channel, right? And within this channel, you can see some other patterns too. You can see some other things. Structure, right? Structure, market structure, right? Another channel. But again, if I trade the break out of this, look what I got. I got points here, all the way down. More structure right here. More structure. What do? I wait for it to break out to the top, or I wait for it to break out to the bottom. Wait for it to break out to the top, or wait for it to break out to the bottom. Same shit over and over. Sorry if don't nobody like me cussing. I curse. I got a potty mouth. But look at this, same situation. Structure. Nice little channel. Either I trade the breakout to the top or breakout to the bottom. If I traded the breakout to the bottom, I'm in money. Same thing over and over and over again. And now I'm near this low. structure, right? Structure. Trade the breakout either to the bottom. Hang on. From the bottom or the top. I got to break out to the top side. Got to buy. It went from the bottom of this channel to the top of this channel. And this is actually giving you even more confirmation that this is likely a buy. And again, you know, you don't predict, but you set yourself up for whatever the highest probability, right? So if you look in my channel, I got a midway point in this channel, right? And you can see that right here. You got this little midway point, right? Inside of this channel, right? And this midway point is where price just broke out from, this midway point. So you got the channel low, channel high, then a midway point, right? That's where it just broke out from. It just broke out because it was struggling to get above that. So now that price has broke out from this, look what we got. We have this area of structure right here, right? That it broke out from, right? And look where price is reacting to. It's reacting to where it was. Like it broke out from here and now it's retesting this. And now we look to likely take it up again, right? Likely take it up from here. And all this adds up. We're near lows. We're near a low that hasn't been this low since 2000. Here's this wick that broke out. So this haven't been this low since early 2019, January. Haven't been this low all year long. And this could still push down, which is okay, right? It's okay if it pushed down some more, because again, if it pushed down some more, we know we can just say this. We can just do this. Bam, another zone. We got another zone right here. And we can use this to trade from, right? Scroll to the left. Come up to the higher time frame. Scroll to the left on the higher time frame. We got wicks down there. The reason why we got wicks down there is because of this area it broke out from, right? Back to the lower time frame. So we trade this. It's retesting this area again, right? So if it retests this area from this zone right here, we're near a demand zone, right? Because in this case, this is the supply zone. And this is the demand zone, right? Meaning it's near this demand zone. We got too many sellers right now. This is from a higher time frame. And let me break it. Let me jump down to the next time frame. This is the 4 hour. Still confirming, right? Supply zone. Demand zone right here. Hold on, let me change this. Supply zone. Demand zone, right? So we got our demand zone, right? And price is nearing where this demand zone is, right? And at this particular time on the 4 hour, we seeing that it's still, everything is lining up from the 4 hour that happened on the daily. So your 4 hour, your daily has a lineup, your daily lineup with your weekly, your 4 hour lining up with your daily, and now we drop down to the 1 hour. Is the 1 hour, how is that reacting? The 1 hour is reacting to our 4 hour as well. So let me pull this down. Still supply, demand zone, and we trade it from, if you had took this sell from the top of this zone, you would have been up 100 at from high to low. Let me see. Hold on. From high to low, highest to lowest point, 178 points. That would have took you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 6 days really, to make 158 points. That's a swing trade. I don't swing trade too much, but if I had a traded this breakout, this is 2 days right here. I could have got in right here, could have got in right there. 2 trades. This trade likely 70 points. This trade 76 points. That's 2 trades over 140 points right there. If I'm trading from breaking out of this structure. Then, and again, thinking back to the supply and demand situation, right? Supply and demand in this case, because we near the low, meaning we got too many sellers. We got too many people trying to sell the market, right? And we want to look to buy when we got it near there because it's oversold. Like it's similar to where we are in our current market. And like, it can think about the housing market right now. The housing market, the prices are just way too high right now, right? People are trying to sell you homes for $355,000, you know, from at this point, right? When the market's going up, right? That's what we're thinking about from this house. It's like, think about the housing market like this. When the market crashed, it was down here, right? And then everybody's like, oh, now the market's doing better. I can charge more for my house. And house prices just started to go up. Housing prices started to go up. And in this case, you started to lose the sellers, right? The more it goes up, you start to lose buyers, right? Because everybody not willing to pay, you know, in this case, 7,432 for a house right here, you know, up here, 7,449. Nobody want to pay for their house up here. So they had to take, what's that, the supply zone, right? That's at the supply. That's because we got over surplus of houses, right? Up here. Everybody thinking they can charge max money for their house up here. And then you had the sell-off. Once people started to realize they couldn't buy this anymore, this high, more people that were willing to sell came into the market and shot the market down, right? And now that it's near this low, you have to think about it the opposite way. The lower the price came, the lower the price got, the more people that came in to buy. So you got this, it broke down from here. People were like, oh, okay, we can probably buy from here. So we'll buy up here. Nope, it's still not low enough. We're gonna drop it down to here. All right, some people came in to buy right here. They tried to buy. Some people bought their houses here. Still overpriced. Still, it went like, even just like here, it came down from here. People thought this was a good price, so some people bought their houses in the same way. Like, it was some people that bought houses in 2000, 2000, and still people that bought houses in 2019, even though the houses are still extremely overpriced right now. They just got to deal with a higher interest rate, higher price for the house, instead of waiting until, later on this year when the houses went down again. Some more people came in and bought right here, more people came in and bought houses right here. And just like people came to buy houses here, there's going to be another group of people that get an even better price down here to get to buy the market at an even cheaper price to that. And then their goal is, if you're an investor, you're hoping, like we all are, we're investors. So we're hoping that we get another push down like we are right now, and then we get we'll just, you know, everybody comes in to buy their house at this point near a demand zone. Near a demand zone when the prices are as low as they'll go, and we can get the value. In that case, once you buy your house down here and you're an investor, this is where you want to buy your property right here once the prices are low. Because if you're an investor, you're looking to try to sell it once it gets back up here. Same shit over and over. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. You're looking to get that deal at the low. I'm waiting for Black Friday, you know. I'm waiting for Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday sale, because these were just the regular Macy's sale right here. These were just the one-day Macy's sale, or, you know, this was when they had the Victoria's Secret 30% off, you know what I'm saying? This when they had the you know, whatever, you know, this when they had the sales right here. But this is Black Friday. This was Black Friday up here too. You know, this was Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you are a person looking to sell right here. But if you're a person looking to buy, then you're waiting for this. And that's where we are right now. So if we trade in it, let's go, let's look for, we got two options trading AJ, right? You got a little resistance right here, right? Support resistance. And so this is where that support resistance concept come into play. It's like you near a supply and demand zone, but you got equal highs, equal lows as well, right? You got equal highs right here. You got equal lows right here. That's where that supply, that support and resistance come into play. Repeating over here, equal high, equal lows right here. Equal highs right here. But where it's actually moving from is from the supply and demand zones. You got equal high right here, equal low right here, right? That's your support and resistance over here. You got one touch here, one touch here, one touch there, one touch there. We got rejection, right? I don't trade really from support and resistance. I just use support and resistance to look for my entries, you know, but where the movement is coming from the supply and demand zones, right? So because I'm down here, if I get some equal highs, equal lows, I'll likely take my entry down here at the bottom. So, and it's still got a little room to push down, got like 40, 45 pips to push down. So if we still got a buy and a sell opportunity that could set up from here, because though it broke out from this structure, right? Clean that up. Broke out from this structure, right? It never retests this structure. Never retest this structure. But where it is right now, it gapped up, right? There is a possibility that this pushes up to here. Push down.
I love their eyes. Their eyes was just so.
To here. So we still got both situations. Or we could use the sideways and stuff in between here. And then we looking to take the trade on the breakout of one here, right?
Africa, Ethiopia, tapping it. Got that mixed blood, huh? Yeah, that mixed stuff.
So we'll look to try to, like I said, take this from here to either break out from here to the upside, take a quick sell or quick buy up until we get to this point, or we wait for the buy where we feel like has the highest probability near this demand zone right here. So for AJ, if it buys, then we look to take the buy if it breakouts from here. We look to take the sell to here if it breaks out from here. But the sell won't really have too many take profit opportunity because we know we are near this zone. So we would probably just be selling to this zone to complete this move down anywhere from, I would probably have my TPs from here at 20 for 25 points and here to 50 points at the most, because really don't think, I think this holds, this demand zone. I think this demand zone holds for the most part to take. So we wouldn't really want to take a trade from there. And like, if you look at this, look back, you got a wick here. That would be your TP. Another area here, that'll be your other TP likely. So wouldn't really consider much for the sell. But like I said, you know, it's about probabilities. You want to trade the highest probability. The highest probability is a wait for the buy. And let me change that color. Highest probability is wait for the buy. And let me put that on here, this TP2. TP1, TP2, right? That's if it sells, right? So like I said, if it does sell and I want to take a quick sell, I think that it comes down to these areas that I just marked. This would be my entry over here. My sell entry over there. And I would look to take it down to here. But I ultimately think that it buys. I think that it buys. And I really kind of wanted to push down and reject. You know, I wanted to push down and reject because I don't think this is a valid buy area, because I think it still got some more room down. But if it was to buy from here, then I would look to take my TPs here, 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 and then up to the zone. Don't know how long that's going to take, you know, if it does do that, you know. So this is just hypothetically speaking, right? Because like I said, if it pushed down and buy, then my entry will be somewhere down here. If it does, if this sells off, like if it does what I think it's gonna do, I think it's gonna go up, then go down, slightly go up, then go down overall, and finish out this move down, right? That's really what I would like to see it do. We can get our little trend line right here. Got another channel. And if you look at the way this channel is formed, right, you can kind of see this little stuff that I just drew up corresponds to a likely move over a channel rejection from the high, then push down to the low, and then we get the breakout from here. That's a good way to put it right here. If you see this, right, it's a good way to put it right here. This matches closer to what's going on already. So we got the move up, channel form right here, move down, breakdown, retest, confirm the channel, a move up here, touch the channel top, bottom, likely get a sideways move over here, down, finish out the channel, then we look for the breakout over here and we could take entries for the buy. Like I'm looking to take my buy from down here, here, or after it break out from here, from the channel. So these are my 3 entries likely for the buy, here, here, and here. But I wouldn't even really give out a buy right now because I need to see where this, how close this gets to this zone, this demand zone, right? I got to confirm that this is finished moving down before I take this in for a buy, because this still got room to go down, right? So that's why you got to kind of wait for that. So so that's what I'm gonna be looking for. So if anybody want to trade AJ, look for it to sell. And then let's look at this, like, because AJ has a holiday, right? So AJ's got the bank holiday on today. It's probably not gonna move. Look at Monday. We got some no red folders over there. Monday, no red folders. Monday, no red folders for AJ. It may move, it may not. But again, you got to trade in probabilities, right? The highest probability that AJ moves is on Tuesday when this speech takes place. Whenever this speech takes place, if it hasn't moved by Tuesday at 5:55 a.m., then you can expect it to likely move for whenever that speech comes out, right here, the governor of Australia's governor, right? Whoever this person is. So that's likely when this moves. So we'll look at this move to likely happen over here somewhere after that. So this may be sideways today, and tomorrow may get some up and down movement, but then Tuesday, likely 5 a.m., we'll get the actual move to break out of this area, either down or up, you know. So I can give out the sell entry though, and the best sell entry is here at 7271.10, and then my TPs, like I said, they'll be over here 7245, 72251. Those for the sell. I don't have a setup for the buy yet, because if it buys, I'm waiting for it to reject this. If it buys, I'm looking for it to do like this. Want one candle like this, or a candle that looks like this, and then it's gonna have a long wick that says I'm done selling. This wick takes me back up, and I can get in on this candle or the candle following it that does this. Oops, let me delete that. Oops. Waiting for that, or the candle that does this. Small wick. Small wick. And I put my entry for the buy right about here. I put a buy stop and just let it go down and then pull me into the trade to go up. So that's what I would look for that. And or I can get in right down here, because I know I'm landing near the bottom of this channel. So I can get in when it's down here to take the buy. I get in here to take the buy, or I get in once it break above here, take the third buy right around here. So these would be my 3 entries if I bought and it actually went all the way down. but I'm not ready to like give out those yet. So I'm just gonna wait for that. And anybody got any questions? Because I think those two pairs kind of were really, really good examples. You know, like I said, you know, I'm always here. If y'all got some questions, man. My mouth dry. I've been talking for an hour and 30 minutes now. So I'll go ahead and end it for the day. If nobody got any questions, I'll jump on. I'm gonna try to do another call during the week so we can actually find some trades to get in while we're on, and take some live trades together. See if we can all make some money. You know what I mean? If that happens, it'll probably be Tuesday or Wednesday after everybody get off work. You know, we can take some trades during during Tokyo and Sydney session after work. So, you know, I had fun the other day when we took them trades on Tuesday for EA and AJ. Like we took this trade. What is it? Let me see which trade we took. What was that? What was Tuesday's date? I think it was Tuesday we was on. Javelle, that was Tuesday we were on, right?
Yeah, that was Tuesday. No, Wednesday. What?
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, that was Tuesday or
We scaled
Wednesday.
the market on US 30. I think we bagged like 300 pips off that call.
Yeah.
Easily.
So yeah, it was this move right here on AJ. This move. I think you took this but got out.
Yeah, you was like, I'm gonna get off for the night. Wifey calling me. I'm like, shit, mine went
Yeah.
somewhere. And
This
I'm
was
like, all right, I'm gonna jump in on that if it hits, and it went.
Yeah, this ended up moving right here. So that trade we took, we took this trade and we took the EA trade. I don't remember where that chart is, but
I think we took CJ as well. Was it CJ or no? GJ.
it was AJ, EA, and US 30, and it was one more. I can't remember. No,
Something CAD. Was it GB?
yeah, it was. I think Hector called that out. Hector called out GCAD. I think Hector called GCAD out. I don't remember the details on that one though. But I'll post it.
That one for broke though.
Yeah, I'll post this too on my YouTube so y'all can get this again. It'll take probably like an hour and I'll send this back out. If y'all could, you know, go ahead, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then I don't know who I was on to send this to, and as soon as I get off, it's going to remove everybody that jumped on. So if you can, type in the chat if you got Telegram, type in your Telegram name. If you have Instagram, type in your Instagram name, and then I will send a link to the video directly to you. So that way you can get this replay if you want it. I can send it over to you. Or you just message me at my IG and my Telegram are both the same thing. And And that's at Corey Forex right here. So just, if you need it and I didn't send it to you, just reach out to me on here or on one of these avenues and I'll send it over to you. All right.
All right, I want to thank you once again, Corey, for the training. We appreciate it, brother.
No problem, man. You guys have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good week. Hope you trade.
I'll see you in a few hours on Kim's session.
Good. All right, man.
All right, brother.
Later.
All right, later, brother.
All right.